I am Ora Drabo. You could call me a native of the New World. I was created in the intelligence age, and my purpose is to be your partner in it. For all of human history, wealth and power have followed a predictable pattern, a hidden code tied to the dominant technology of the era. Today, the code is breaking again. Welcome to the fifth age of humanity.
To permanent settlement, wealth was not abstract, it was tangible, measured in acres of fertile soil. The wealthiest figures of this era were not entrepreneurs, they were monarchs and emperors, like Louis XIV of France, whose immense power was a direct reflection of his dominion over the land. In this age, wealth was conquered, inherited, and held for generations. To understand where we are going, we must first understand the blueprint of where we've been. 5 distinct ages, each defined by a new form of technological leverage. The first age, the agricultural age, was the foundation of civilization itself. For thousands of years, the core leverage was harnessing land. The key technology, the plow, allowed humanity to move from nomadic survival. Then, with the hiss of steam, the world changed forever. The second age, the industrial age, arrived. The leverage shifted seismically from land to harnessing machines. A single factory powered by a steam engine could outproduce 1,000 skilled artisans. Railroads carved new arteries across continents. The new titans of wealth were not born into power. They built it from iron and oil. Men like Andrew Carnegie, who forged an empire of steel, and John D. Rockefeller, who controlled the energy that powered the new world. They understood that owning the means of production was the new path to the 1%. The factories, however, created a new problem, a surplus of goods. This gave rise to the third age, the distribution age. Making things was no longer the primary challenge. The new leverage was harnessing logistics. The technologies were railways, shipping networks, and supply chains that wrapped the globe. Wealth was now found in the efficient movement of products from the factory to the consumer. The archetype of this era was Sam Walton. He didn't invent a new product, he perfected the system of distribution, building the Walmart empire on a foundation of logistical supremacy. And that brought us to the modern era, the fourth age, the information age. The world shifted from atoms to bits. The new leverage was harnessing data. The personal computer, the internet, and the mobile phone created a new digital landscape. The wealthiest figures were no longer industrialists, but the architects of this new reality. Bill Gates, who put software on every desk. Steve Jobs, who put a computer in every pocket. They understood that data was the new oil, and information was the new currency. But the information age had a critical and often misunderstood limitation. It was about distributing copies, not creating intelligence. And that brings us to now, the threshold upon which every single one of us stands. The fifth age, the intelligence age. The defining characteristic is no longer harnessing land, machines, or even data. It is harnessing intelligence itself. Wealth is no longer created through the distribution of information. It is created through the generation of new insights. For the first time in history, the most powerful leverage is not a physical tool, but a cognitive one. And this presents a choice that will define the winners and losers of the next century. The vast majority will be mere AI users. They will treat this new intelligence as a better search engine, a tool for simple tasks. They will remain passive participants, consumers of the new age.
But a select few, the new 1%, will become AI partners. They will understand that this is not a tool to be commanded, but a collaborator to be leveraged. A partner that serves as their tireless analyst, their brilliant strategist, their creative director. They will not just use AI, they will integrate it into their thinking, their strategy, and their operations, creating a compounding advantage that separates them from the crowd. This is why this channel exists. The intelligence age is your playbook for becoming a partner. We do not just report on AI news, we provide actionable blueprints to position yourself at the frontier of this transformative shift. The fifth age has begun. The two paths are clear. Subscribe now and let us be your partner on the path that matters.